We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support here above 405, doing a full transition on 42 vision. But in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 10:10 a.m. sent out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 150% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, fighting to hold support here, doing this full transition in today's volatility between yesterday and today, hitting the dip area. We need to talk about what's going on with the inflow versus outflow and the bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot at 8:15 a.m. sent out a bear indicator. From that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision. Into the bell and after the bell, and put options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see, they're popping up within the screen. Within the options chain, some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, as I stated earlier in the video, doing a full transition from the rip area of bright green bars on 42 vision to the dip area, as I call it, on the white with red borders here, and now trying to transition back up. And the last time we hit white with red borders was way back here at around March 28th at the 393 to 394 area. And since then, we have not seen white with red borders. And I stated in yesterday's video, if we broke that support of 407, we could possibly see the transition to be completed or continue into white with red borders. And we hit it, right? And here we are trying to bounce back up. Now, if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY under a bear indicator since yesterday and completing the full transition here on 42 vision, and outflows dominating since yesterday as well. Since way up here at around 411 area, hit lows here at 407, tried to hit this consolidation and rejected off 409, and things went lower today, breaking through support and hitting lows here on the SPY of 405. And we talked about 405 as a key support level in yesterday's video. And then below that, I was looking at 403. Now, we need to talk about what's going on here because it is crucial and critical what is going on with the inflow versus outflow between yesterday and today here on the 30-minute, and not just on this time frame, but also on the 1 hour, which we're going to zoom out to in just a moment. So yesterday, the inflows were trying to pick up here in the second half of the day, but they weren't as close as they are today to the midpoint. I mean, a lot closer here, right? It was at inflows here of minus 0.48, meaning that outflows were dominating, and today it's at 0.11, and here we are really close to the midpoint on the 30-minute. And if the 15-minute, which we're going to zoom into in just a moment, is above the midpoint, we need to talk about what crucial levels to watch going into tomorrow and what it is I would watch going into tomorrow's volatility, because we're still under a bear indicator here and outflows are dominating, right? Since way up here at 411 area and outflows crossed yesterday. A lot of volatility here, but we're still below the midpoint. Now, when we go ahead and zoom out to the 1 hour, the inflows have began, guys, right? We saw it yesterday with these outflows at minus 1.27. We hit a minus 2.43 here at the lowest point of the day. And here we are back to minus 1.02. And it's green and approaching the midpoint. This is going to be crucial if this could continue to go higher and if it could cross the midpoint, because if it does, the quicker things can start to reflect into the chart, right? It's not guaranteed, but the possibility is there, because when these inflows cross, you could see how quickly things start to move to the upside, right? Especially followed by a bull indicator and some strength. So you could see it here back on March 29th and went from 396 all the way to highs here of about 402. And same thing here with the outflows, right? When they cross, you could see how things drop from 409 to 406, 405 area today. So here we are with the inflows trying to pick back up, and it's going to be critical and crucial for it to bring itself back over that midpoint. I would be watching that for tomorrow. And in the possibility that things start to move higher, we want to see a bull indicator pop up to cancel out this bear indicator from up here at around 411 on the 1 hour chart. Now, when we zoom into the 15-minute, we can see within the volatility here how inflows are back above. And this is our first bull indicator since yesterday's bear indicator from way up here in the double rejection there after the opening bell at 411 and dropping right down towards 407 and those outflows crossing over. And this is the first time that inflows actually cross over with some strength, right? Yesterday in the after hours and today after the bell, it actually had weakness. It wasn't strong enough to lift itself up. It was right there near the midpoint, and even yesterday in the after hours in today's pre-market, but now we are starting to see things pull further away and hitting highs here of inflows of 1.31, right? Or excuse me, 1.13. And with this push up, we also now have the first bull indicator that pops up since that bear indicator canceling it out. And if it could continue to reflect that strength into the chart and pull further away from the midpoint to the upside, that could start to roll over into the 30-minute and the 1 hour. So this is crucial and critical with how close the 30-minute is, as well as how the 1 hour has switched from red to green, even though it's below the midpoint as we saw it. And same thing here with the 30-minute, really close there to the midpoint. So what are the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow? Well, the first thing is support, right? 405 is crucial. I talked about it yesterday. We bounced off of it. And then below that level comes the 403 area and then the 400 mark, okay? Those are critical levels here within the charts. They're psychological levels. We've broken it down from different articles in previous videos, and we've mentioned it in previous videos, right? People believe, or at least the markets feel, that the bulls are in control when we're above 400. And when we're below it, that the bears are in control. Now, that's just a theory. That is just an opinion and perspective and what we've read in different articles and what experts are stating. It doesn't guarantee it, but it's something to not ignore. And we tend to pull away from it when we cross it to the upside, and we tend to pull away from it to the downside when we cross it to the downside, right? So it is super important to not ignore that. 400 has been like that middle point where the bulls and bears are doing a tug of war, and once it crosses below it, it tries to head down towards the 390s. And when it crosses above it, it tries to head towards the 410 area. And it does it pretty fast, right? You could see it here when it crossed below 400, how fast things dropped down to 380s. And once it crossed back over it, how fast it went up to 410 area. And same thing down here when it went from the 390s up to 405, back down. I mean, there's been a lot of volatility and pulling back and forth in this area and in this tight consolidation, right? Between that 380 to 410 area, between the bulls and bears, and 400 being that psychological level. Now, below 403, 400, as I stated, but to the upside, if these inflows can pick back up and not just cross over here on the 30-minute, not just here on the 1 hour, but also on the 15-minute, pull further away from it to the upside, hold true this bull indicator, and roll over that strength into the 30-minute to reflect into the chart, cancel out this bear indicator, and get a bull indicator in the process, well, the first resistance is 409, where things rejected twice yesterday, and then above that comes the 412 area. I'll just skip right over 410. 412 is crucial. That is the peak of this move from way down here in the 394, 395 area. It hit 412 area and rejected. So that's going to be crucial. That's going to be critical. We want to see these inflows cross back over with strength, get above it, stay green, get those bull indicators on multiple time frames. And if 412 gets broken through, the next area of resistance that I'm watching is 415. So these are the key levels I'm watching to the upside and to the downside. I'm going to be watching the bull and bear indicators very carefully, as well as the inflow versus outflow, with the 30-minute being so close here to the midpoint. This is crucial. It either rejects it and things start to reflect quickly to the downside, or we cross it and we can quickly start to see some strength. And if this continues to transition from red with green borders to dark green, which is the next piece of the puzzle, and then bright green, and in the process a bull indicator that cancels out this bear indicator, that is something I would not ignore and watch closely. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.